Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Jones, and we are live at West Edmonton Mall for the Everest Curling Club Championship, and I am joined in the booth today with the legendary Randy Furby. Welcome, Randy.
Thank you, Jen. It's an honor to be sharing the booth with you, and I just hope I can add a little bit of input, and I'm not sure I can replace the partner you had for the last 3 days, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
You might agree with me more.
Probably will.
Yeah.
Probably will. See how it goes.
I think so. And today our feature game is Team Alberta and Team Saskatchewan. Team Alberta is 3-0, and Team Saskatchewan's undefeated as well, I believe. And, oh, sorry, no, they're not. They're 1-2.
Yeah, these are two of the front runners I would think that had a chance to win this competition, and obviously Alberta's 3-0. They got to keep their streak going here to make the crossover and play in the double knockout on the weekend. That's what all these teams are gearing up for, and I think we're at the stage of this tournament where you really can't afford too many more losses because you're going to be on the outside looking in.
No, you can't, Randy, and I know the players are just loving this event so much that they just want to keep playing, so they're going to try to win as many games as they can just to make their experience here last a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
And it looks like Team Saskatchewan has won the hammer, so this is the lead for the Ontario men, Nathan Relitz.
Probably in.
And I know Nathan really wanted to say hi to everybody at Rocky View Schools. Oh, Stu just joined us in the booth.
I've just seen the new team.
Yeah, he wanted to say hi to everybody at Rocky View Schools and thank them for giving the opportunity to be here. And I'm sure they're following online and cheering him on.
Absolutely. Can't say enough about the employers of all these curlers, the men's and the women's, how much time they need off from work. And if you don't got a good employer, you're probably not playing in these events. So the shout out goes to all the people that hire these curlers.
So with the rock slipping into the rings, Randy, I think we're probably going to see a fairly open end. We saw Team Saskatchewan yesterday in a barn burner. It was just a tremendous game, lots of big shots. But they're a tremendous hitting team, really good hitting team.
Good now, just clean.
Yeah, I watched them, and for them to be 1-2, I thought they'd be better than that. I mean, a little bit of bad luck, and they could easily be 2-1 or 3-0 coming into this game. But again, they're in a position that they have to win this game if they expect to win this Everest Club Curling Championship. So they're probably going to be a little more tentative, I would think, for a couple ends, get their feet wet a little bit, and take their opportunities when it comes up.
No, I agree. And I think that's a really solid plan for them.
Good. Attaboy.
Nice sweep, hit and stay. And now we're going to see our first look at, this is the first time Team Alberta has been on the feature sheet, and this will be second Steve Thomas.
Control.
And apparently, Steve tells me we curled against each other when he was 13. I must have been really young.
Were you 4 or 5?
So he actually grew up in St. Mattel in Winnipeg, and I know his mom Gladys is still there, and he wanted to make sure to say a good hello to her. And I think they've got a lot of friends and family tuning into the broadcast today. So
it's pretty cool.
They wanted to thank their family.
I know I played against Robert Johnson here a few years ago. I mean, back in the 80s, I think. He doesn't look that old, but I've aged way worse than he has. But he was telling me some stories that we played against each other, and it's amazing how some of these curlers remember games from 20, 30 years ago. And I have a hard time remembering a lot of games or what I had for breakfast this morning. But some of these guys are just amazing remembering things that they did on a sheet of ice.
Oh, good scrub. Really good scrub just to get that going. Good feedback there. Brad was asking, Brennan was asking the skip how he threw that, and it's just a little bit tight, so we can make the correction next time.
Yeah, but I've been watching the ice here. The ice is fantastic. I mean, all the curlers love it, and I think it's kind of just a little bit less curl now after 3 days of curling out here. It's still fantastic. It's still curling 5.5 feet approximately, but it's coming down a little bit less than from opening day. I think.
I would agree, Randy. We do see sometimes it curls a little bit more as the day goes on. But it does seem to have just not quite as much finish, which is not a bad thing because it's amazing. You can see that was middle of the 12-foot all the way to the center line.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't normally get these conditions on club ice, so most of these curlers, if they're playing at their first Canadian championship, like a lot of them are, they probably just love this ice. This is comparable to slam ice, briar ice, Scotty's ice, everything. It's the best that it is that you can get. I mean, we got a great ice maker doing this. I mean, he does the Scotties, he does the briar, he does slam events, so spared no cost by getting this guy in to make this great ice.
No, he's one of the best in the world. Greg Owasco and his whole team, they're just doing an unbelievable job. Just an unbelievable job to give these players these conditions, because it's not something you would normally get to play in club ice.
Absolutely.
I was actually talking to Team Alberta before the game and asking if they'd ever played on arena ice before. And a couple of them said they had. They were in provincials a few years ago, but they didn't win a game. But they were just saying that they really focused at the beginning of the year in their club to really practice adding rotation and that really solid release to control the curl.
Yeah, no, it does take a little getting used to, but once you do it, you just love it. You know, it's easy to make mistakes out here, sweeping too early or too late or turning your rock. You got to be a little bit critical of your own self when you release a rock, because if you turn them a little bit when the ice is moving this much, it goes, oh my Lord, it cuts.
It's
it
gone
throws a lot.
almost right out of your hand.
A little bit of aggressive call by Team Alberta there. You know, it's again, you know, his standings probably dictate that a little bit. He's 3-0. He's feeling pretty confident, so.
Yeah, you could have peeled that. You could have peeled that guard. It was a tight guard. Peel, just allow Team Saskatchewan to blank out the first end. And then by Lyle going a little bit deep there, this opens up the opportunity for a come around from Team Saskatchewan to try to generate their 2 points. Big shot here by Brennan.
Room right now. Chads, if any. Got a curl.
And we hear that a lot, that it has to curl. But if the weight is right, the line generally will get there.
Go. Let's go. Attaboy.
That does the job, I think. Not much you can do with that.
No, it is hard to remove that. You could maybe play back line, but pretty tough. So by not peeling that guard, Team Alberta just put a little bit more pressure on themselves to make precise shots early in this game.
Yeah, either not peeling the guard or coming a little heavy on the come around, but.
See what Lyle can do. He just threw this shot.
Just through. Yep. Go neat.
It's looking pretty good, Randy.
Yeah, they're sweeping it to keep it straight now.
Hardy. Just through.
Looks like it might wreck on that guard, but not a bad result at all. Rolls in. It's going to roll in for shot rock.
Good.
So
Yeah,
Team Saskatchewan's going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, that was the way to miss the shot. You don't want to miss it on the wide side here. So chances are you're probably going to potentially set up a double here or a hit and roll out, and you might get out of the end yet.
Easy.
Just a hit and stay from Brennan. And as we've seen,
Gotta curl a
the
little bit.
moment you up your weight on this ice, it will run a little bit straighter. And unfortunately for Brennan, he rolls out on that hit and stay. So the key for Alberta here is they want to try to stay in the rings to try to force Saskatchewan to take a point. But I would be happy just to make sure that yellow one leaves the rings, Randy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously if he's going to be sitting two, he's going to have two rocks behind the tee line, and he's going to set up an easier freeze. I don't want to say an easy freeze, but an out for Saskatchewan, still to score two if he hits and rolls, behind the corner guard. But it might be better to roll out here almost. I know it sounds kind of silly when you're talking that way, but
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You just don't want to give up 2 points. Nice rotation there from Robert Johnson. They've been working hard on that.
Good control. Nate.
And it looks like they heard us in the booth. Oh, no, he's going to perfect hit and stay. But as you can see now, because of where those rocks are, Team Saskatchewan doesn't have much of a choice, Randy. They got to play a freeze.
Yeah, and you know what? It's really not that hard of a shot.
Well, for you.
Well, no,
For me, it's
I'm
a
saying
little tricky,
it's,
no?
you
Yeah.
can be a little bit tight, you can be
Yeah.
a little wide, you can be a little heavy,
lot
and
of
it's
room
still
for error.
and it's going to be hard to remove the rock. After for Team Alberta to remove this rock.
Even if he was to come in and tap second shot rock here back just a little bit,
Yeah.
there's going to be a wall of rocks back there. It's going to be very hard to remove from play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And here we go with Cole Tenetuck. His first rock.
Easy then. Easy then. Let it work if we can. Line's nice. Come here, yeah.
I'm not sure what they're actually calling, if they're freeze to the back or the corner one.
I think they thought to freeze to the
back
to
one.
shot stone. I
Right to the nose.
probably would have frozen to the other stone just to make it a little bit more challenging. Perfect weight, Randy. Just needed it to curl
didn't
just
curl
a
enough,
little
yeah.
bit more.
Really good weight.
So now a nose hit from Team BC, or Team BC, Team Alberta. My apologies, and they will get their force, or nothing worse than a force. So they really do want to hit and stay, Randy. But I mean that second shot or the other red rock here is behind the guard. So just want to make sure you remove this yellow rock from
Yeah,
play.
even if you remove both those rocks, I'm sure it forces Saskatchewan just to draw for one. I don't think they take I don't think they take a chance, but you never know. Not playing the run back blank.
Throwing firm weight here, trying to nose hit.
Normal up.
And just hangs on. Well done from Team Alberta, and you're going to see a draw from Team Saskatchewan. Skip Cole Tenetuck and trying to score their single point. The good news is the players do have an opportunity to throw the draw the button before the game, and it really does give them a good feel for draw weight. They should know what to throw, and the ice has been so consistent.
Yeah, there won't be no surprises out here. It's not like it's heavier or
give you that same.
keener or faster out here. It'll be the exact same weight that he threw in his first one. Should be no different than that whatsoever.
It's a little less. A little more positive, too. A little more positive, boys.
It's got that out a little bit wider.
Now we're good. Line's nice.
It's sliding pretty good. I think
Yeah.
he's going to be okay.
And the sweepers like it. You always like it when they're cleaning it. I know I did, or do.
Good judge.
And with that, Saskatchewan will take their single point and a 1-0 lead heading into the second end. Welcome back to the action here in the Everest Curling Club Championship. Our feature game is Team Saskatchewan taking on Team Alberta. Team Saskatchewan with a 1-point lead, taking one in the first end of play. Pretty good end from both teams, though, Randy. A lot of good shots being made. And just to update you on the other action on sheet A, we have Team New Brunswick taking on Team Yukon, and that was a blank in the first end. And New Brunswick will maintain the hammer. That's a men's game. Another men's game, we have the Territories taking on Team Ontario. There was a score on the first end, and I'm not sure what happened yet. I will update you. And then we have more men's. It's an all men's draw today. We have Team Nunavut taking on Team PEI, and there is a million rocks in play, Randy. It
Yeah, I
looks
see
like
that.
Team PEI is drawing for 4.
Yep.
I think so. Right now, currently lying 3, last rock coming down. And on the final sheet, we have one of the front runners, Team Manitoba, playing very well against Team Nova Scotia. And they, again, looks like Team Manitoba blanked the first end. And so they're playing the second end. Manitoba has hammer.
Go loud. Go loud. Go
So
loud.
our feature game, we have the corner guard going up.
That was fast.
Yeah, I think that was a misthrow. I wasn't paying much attention to it, unfortunately, so I don't know how it ended up there. That I don't think Saskatchewan would have not wanted that rock there. So
I think it was supposed to be a center guard that just overcurled just a little bit, Randy. And then allow the opportunity for Team Alberta to play the come around. Just went a little bit deep. Big freeze opportunity here from Saskatchewan lead Chad McKenzie. Just to update you, actually, the Territories took one on Ontario. So it's 1-0 Territories over Ontario after one. It looks like Chad might have thrown just a little bit too much weight. This is going to have to curl to touch that red stone.
yeah, this is going to put Saskatchewan in a little bit of trouble early on here, especially if Alberta can get this round to top, biting the 8-foot or full 12-foot. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble already right from the get-go.
Big shot here. This is, you really, really want this to be above the tee line, Randy. And the sweepers don't like it early. They think it's heavy.
Yeah, they're backing right off.
It's always not a great feeling, is
No,
it?
it isn't.
No. Part of me just wants them to keep going just so you don't have to have that feeling.
Yeah, it probably keened up a little bit going into the second end. I mean, they practice on this for 10, 12 minutes each and whatnot, but it's still nothing like sweeping and polishing the ice and whatnot after the first end. So it probably keens up half a second, maybe.
Yeah, and sometimes the middle's a little bit heavier, so the first rock might be heavier, but then it will keen up as more rocks are played, and we've seen that as a common theme, is that more rocks that are played, then we've seen players be a little bit heavy on their draws. Something to take forward and remember.
Yeah, this one here's got really good line coming down to it, so he looks like he's got a good shot here.
Good. Good, Brad.
Won't remove it from play, but in a really good position. Another freeze attempt.
No.
Again, I think it's just a little bit heavy, but it looks like the line's getting better, Randy.
Still out there a little bit, but it all depends on his weight. I think he's going to be close to
We could maybe even chip it over.
making contact with it, but I don't think it's enough to remove it, though.
Enough to get sit two. It's not a bad shot. He taps it to the open. Not exactly what they wanted, but at least he stays for shot rock, and now we're going to see a board weight hit and roll.
See, again, on this shot, he probably doesn't want to roll too much because it'll give Alberta the opportunity just to freeze down to it again and right out of the end. It's like a hit and roll is probably a little bit more difficult on this ice than an actual freeze into a pocket.
I agree. You almost have to err on the side of nosing this stone.
A little bit.
And that's what he did.
They heard us.
That's a good shot.
That's a really good shot. And now you're forcing Team Alberta to have to make that hit and roll. But if they can, put some pressure on Team Saskatchewan. Looks like they're just throwing just through weight, trying to bring the sweepers in. This is such a great way to throw, Randy. It's just hard to know where to put the broom sometimes.
And yet it's all in the release still a little bit because each curler's got a little different release. He might pop it back a little bit or start a little bit. So this is where a line call and sweeping is so important when the ice is moving like this.
So important. And even the sweepers almost have to watch how the thrower is throwing it, and the thrower has to give feedback. And they're telling him it's a little heavy, I think.
It's not light on this, no.
Trying to make this curl. Might try to hit it thin if they can.
off the yellow one, maybe.
Yeah, they might make the double. Oh, look at this. But the shooter's going to roll out.
The shooter's gone, though, yeah.
Just a little bit too strong.
I don't know. Okay.
But Alberta's, even with that sort of half or three-quarter miss, Alberta's still okay here to try to score multiple points. And Saskatchewan's going around the corner guard and coming up a little heavier, a little bit of light, and it'll allow Alberta to potentially still get a 2 or 3 here, quite possibly. So it's not that bad.
No, they've got all the rocks behind the tee line. It's a fairly long guard. This is looking a little bit heavy as well. So this is when you want to make sure that you're paying attention, right, Randy?
Absolutely.
And just seeing all of these rocks heavy.
Yeah, see that shot did, it did really nothing. Alberta's going to totally ignore it, I believe. No, they're going to actually freeze down to it, where he could just draw around the top guard also, if he so choose.
Yeah, the only problem with the guard is it's a little bit long, right?
It is.
So you have to be very precise with where you put your draw.
It is. There's pros and cons with both shots. He's going to freeze down in the back one here, and then Saskatchewan's still going to have a relatively easy shot just to follow him down and negate sort of the 2 points that they potentially could get.
Great. Yeah. Just to it. Yeah. Keep moving.
Very well played.
Very well.
That's as good as you could do, really. So now we're going to see another freeze. Like Randy was saying, by freezing to those stones, it does open up the freeze for Team Saskatchewan, which basically negates that red stone that's in the rings. Until eventually you're above the tee line.
Yeah.
And you hope you're the person that can be the first one above the tee line. A little update, PI did make that draw for 4, so it's 4-0. PI over Team Nunavut.
Line's good. Right to it, boys. Right on it. Yep, got one line. Hard line. Really hard.
Sweeping this one hard.
Really sweeping this.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Go, go, go. Hard.
Looks like Brennan threw a little bit less weight, Randy, than his first one, and you can see it just catches the curl.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got second shot. It's Alberta's still sitting one, and
Yep, I don't think they got in for shot. And you can see with that little bit less weight, it just curls sooner.
see now with a really good shot here, Saskatchewan's in danger of giving up multiple points for sure. If he can corner freeze to the yellow one here,
Right there.
right in the perfect line with his back one would be a perfect shot.
Right here. Right in line with
Yes.
that back stone.
Yeah.
I don't know what Team Saskatchewan, then they're trying to make a freeze around.
Yeah, to the back line.
Yeah.
But he has to do this first, though. He's got to make this first, though.
This is Lyle Kent.
Just top 8. Gotta go. Gotta go for line. Top 8. Just a 3.
I think they're signaling a 3, which is short.
Top 8.
Just keep sweeping at this point. You just want this as deep as you can. Want to drag this as far as you can. And unfortunately, it's just a little bit short.
Anywhere in here, really.
So now opportunity swings back to Team Saskatchewan.
Well, again, that was a miss. I don't know if he gives 0 out of 4 on that one. I would probably rather have that than being heavy on it. I believe. If
Anywhere from T line to it.
so Saskatchewan's still got to make not a real hard shot, but they got to be.
Make a good come around.
Yeah.
15 be close. Yeah, I guess. Don't want to be too slow because then it cuts a lot harder. Yeah.
Good conversation in the hack, but that's when you just want to make sure you have a positive release, and so you can sweep it aggressively, as long as you're not too heavy.
Line's tight.
It looked a little tight on release to me, Randy.
Line's good.
Is it okay?
Line's good.
I think it's close. He's curling, but I think he's going to be okay.
You really got to sweep this one.
Got to go.
Really got to sweep it. And it looks perfect.
Good.
Nice shot. Now,
Yeah.
if they had just left that stone, Randy, up here,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's still an opportunity. I don't know if Alberta can move that sideways, but even the freeze now, it makes the shot again just that one degree easier
Yeah,
than if it would have been stopped
if
2
they
feet
could've-
shorter.
Yeah, if their stone was up here, like I said, shot rock, then you're making Alberta have to tap that stone back. Sorry, really
Correct.
fat. Forgot to change. So it
We
just
got-
those small little details, and when they swept it frozen, it's a good shot.
Sure.
It takes away shot stone. But if they could have put a little bit more pressure on Team Saskatchewan or
Yeah.
Team Alberta.
I mean, as everybody can see, look how much that curled after getting by the tight guard there. It's all basically
It's
came out the other
amazing.
side a little bit. So they were sweeping that one for line.
Ball
And
there.
Yep.
see here, this one seems a little heavy out.
Yeah, they're
This one
thinking
does
this is
look,
heavy,
yeah,
and it's
there's
gonna.
a little bit of a spinner on this one too, or something.
Yeah, it's running quite straight. I think it's just the extra weight. It's not going to catch that curl.
No. That was his first draw of the game, though.
Yeah, at least he's likely going to have to draw on his next one. So take that one to the bank.
Go right here.
I like this call, Randy.
Yeah, there's basically two calls you could do here. You go right back in there, or you could draw full
you
8
can
foot
draw
right
right
on the
here,
center line.
Or
Yeah,
you could draw right here.
correct, and
And then make them have to go
out there
out wider.
with
So then
Yeah.
if you're there, then you have to go really wide to get there in a different path.
the positive thing obviously is he threw this shot. He knows the weight. He just threw it 30 seconds ago, so he should be close in this one.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you just watched your opponent maybe struggle a little bit with the speed so far, and you just want to make them have to make that draw against
Absolutely.
too. So this is a sweeping shot. You want to make sure your second shot rock, but you have to get it by the guard. That's a must.
This one might be a little lighter.
This one's curling. They're scrubbing it pretty good. And did they get it in? They did.
Perfect shot.
Perfect shot. Exactly where he tapped his broom. Team Saskatchewan fans like that one. So now, this is why skips get paid the big bucks, apparently.
Apparently, you would know.
you gotta make this draw against two. Give it to your sweepers. You want to give something that the sweepers can contribute to.
I think it's all there, too. I think it's all there, Rob.
Looks like he's got a little bit of weight on this one too.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit strong.
Starts to curl as some of the speed will come off, but I don't like the looks of this one.
I don't think he's going to like this one.
No.
Be disappointed in that shot. So that will be a steal of 2 for Team Saskatchewan to take a 3-0 lead on the undefeated Team Alberta after 2 ends of play.
Yes, yes, yes!
And welcome back to the Everest Curling Championships, Curling Club Championships here at West Edmonton Mall. I'm Jennifer Jones, joined by Randy Furby in the booth today. And we're watching a really great feature game with Team Saskatchewan and Team Alberta. But Team Alberta's put themselves into a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, it wasn't, they actually didn't play a bad last then. It's just that the skip missed 2 draws. Basically, that's what it come down to. The team wasn't that bad. And
Easy,
you know
easy.
what? They were never really in
kind of
trouble at
dusted
any
in.
point in that time until Saskatchewan's last rock of the end. And he was forced to draw just a piece of the forfeit, and unfortunately came up a little heavy on both times.
Yep. And the third Lyle Kent was a little bit short on his draw, remember, to lie 2. So it was kind of like 3 misses in a row, and that's just how it
Yeah.
happened. And But we see a really good draw from Team Saskatchewan to start this third end, and now we're going to see a corner guard. And really, it's still early in the game. All Team Alberta needs to do is try to find a way to score, and hopefully score 2 points.
Yeah, just getting on the board, getting a little confidence, going, back to your skip. Hopefully your skip can make a shot here or 2 shots here and get a single or a deuce. Team will have a little more confidence, and it's only the third end. There's still lots of curling left, but coming into the house here doesn't help a whole bunch. And curling is a difficult game to stay in it all the time. You can't play 100% all the time. Like I know a lot of curling fans look, oh my God, that should have been an easy corner guard. Well, yeah, it's an easy shot, but to do it, it's just like, to reference Russ Howard, you make that 3-foot putt, you make him 9 out of 10 times, but when you have to miss one, you miss it. That's what happens, and the same thing's happening here.
Yeah, it's definitely not as easy as it looks.
No.
I think 3-foot putts are hard.
Well, I was going to say, yeah.
How about a 2-inch putt?
yeah, you miss those every now and then. I never miss them because we always have gimmies anyway.
Yeah.
So,
then all of a sudden you're forced to make it and you realize how hard they are.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's better, Nate. Yep.
Talking to Team Alberta, actually, 2 of them are from the kind of Winnipeg area-ish. Steve grew up in St. Vital, the second, Steve Thomas. And Rob, the skip, not from Winnipeg, but grew up in Kenora, which is a couple hours from Winnipeg, and it's where we spend a lot of our summers, is kind of cottage country. And so we were reminiscing and talking a little bit about Lake of the Woods, and I know his mom and family are still in Kenora, and he wanted to make sure he said hello. It's a hidden treasure. If you've never been there, it's beautiful.
I have been there. I've been fortunate to visit there once or twice.
In the winter or the summer?
In the summer, I golfed there a bit and had an event there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is a wonderful, wonderful spot.
Northern Ontario.
Yeah, let's go. We got to come in now. We got to come in.
So we got a little bit tight on release on this guard, Randy. So now it's an audible to the come around.
I don't know if he's going to get by.
Might rub, though, and roll over to a guard. Actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Well
managed.
Again, Alberta's down 3. They need these rocks in play a little bit. So this helps Alberta here. As long as they don't get in much trouble where they still can bail out at the right time so they score. Like, they cannot afford to give up another steal at all. So it's either a score or a blank end is the only thing that Alberta would be looking for at this stage of the game here.
A little hit and roll, Randy. Try to roll behind the corner.
Hit and roll, double that way. Yeah, there's a few options on this rock.
It's looking a little bit wide. They might want to look at that double.
Yeah, I think they left it too long. They could have been sweeping that one.
Not an easy double, or not an easy peel, though. So staying on the offense.
Yeah. Like even these guards are very difficult by how much the ice is curling. It's not a simple shot.
No, it also, so it depends, and that's one thing you may not realize is the ice depends on the weight you throw. So if you want this to be a tight guard, you need to throw tight guard weight, or it's going to overcurl likely. It'll catch the curl early.
Yeah, so if it goes 3 feet less or 3 feet more, it's not going to be in line.
So it's not just about lobbing it over the log line, right? It's precise. So again, they think this is going to overcurl. Might be getting a little bit soft on release. And it looks like the rock doesn't have a lot of rotation, Randy.
Yeah, so they decided to sweep it in, which is probably the right call.
See, probably a better call.
That's a very good call. Like if you would have had guard weight, it would have been missed by 3 feet.
Yeah.
The guard. So this actually worked out well. I think Alberta still can maybe make the hit and roll off of this one here. I don't know if that's what he's trying here.
Back one, I guess.
Yeah, he's trying to hit and roll off the back one with hack weight, I think was the call. Aren't you impressed with the technique of all these amazing players? They throw just a great rock.
They do, and I'm one not to question anybody's delivery. I had a unique delivery, but it was self-taught and wasn't taught very well, but it worked.
It worked very well.
It worked for me, but all these players got such great slides, and even their sweeping ability has come a long ways, and. That comes from watching the slams in the Briar, and they're learning from that. So obviously these curlers are watching curling on TV because they know more about this game than we can imagine. And they're trying to emulate the pros, I guess, on TV, as you could say, and they're doing a great job.
Yeah, without question. And they work hard at their game, but a lot of that, when I'm talking to them, is this Everest Curling Club Championship. This is something for them to play for. This is their dream. Like, they get to go out and practice and have something to aspire to, which is incredible.
It's a Canadian championship, and
they have to sweep this. No, they're good. It is a Canadian championship.
And it doesn't matter what level it is. I don't care what sport it is. You're playing for a Canadian championship, which is these players have probably thought about since they ever started curling, whether they're 10 or 15 or 30 years old. This is what they aspire to play in or hope to play in one day, is a Canadian championship. And to come to a venue like this, West Edmonton Mall, it's remarkable. I think Canada Curling nailed it on the head by having it here. It's the fans love it, the curlers love it, we love it here, and I can't say enough about this venue. It's unbelievable, and I wish everybody could actually experience what we're seeing right now. And I think when
it's all I can do to not go get my shoes.
Well, for sure. And I'm sitting here, and I'm supposed to be watching curling along with Jen and commenting on that. And I'm looking upstairs to see the shops and watching the people walk by and how engaged they are watching curling. So forgive us if we miss a shot here or two, because it's not easy. It's not that hard to do.
No, yeah. It's just a privilege to be here, really. And talking about how long people have dreamed, and we talked about this in our last broadcast, but even again before the game, I'm talking to Saskatchewan, and second Brad Whitchick, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, Randy, but he said he's waited 49 years to play in a Canadian championship.
Well, there you go.
49 years.
And here they are.
Here he is.
And what other sport allows you to potentially do that?
No, this is very special.
Yeah,
very special.
I don't know if there's any.
We're on the front.
And so another over curl. They're finding this spot is curling a little bit.
Good wave, Brennan. Just need to give you more.
And now another opportunity here for Team Alberta to draw around. We need a good come around here. Got to help their skipper out a little bit and make a good shot.
Yeah, they haven't made a shot this end of any value yet, so I'm going to say they're pretty much due here to make one.
You always believed the broom was just a guide, didn't you?
It is. You know what? If you're paying attention as a curler, a competitive curler especially, I never said the broom when I was skipping that the broom was always 100% right, and I'm sure you would agree with that. But if the curler's throwing the rock, they got to understand. Don't be wide, don't be light, don't be all that sort of stuff. They got to take accountability on their own and make the shot on their own. Like on this shot here, he knew he couldn't be tight. So
you got to make sure you stay for shot rock, though.
Right, there we go. Well, yeah, that makes it difficult. So I mean, the onus goes on to the curlers to be just as much at calling the ice as a skip.
I would agree, and really just knowing where you are, how to throw it, on the pro side, to make sure that you don't over curl. That was a little bit mismanaged, that stone. They swept it for a good chunk of the way from the hog line in, and it really just went a couple inches too far. If this stone here could have stopped right about there, it does change the end a little bit, but
I guess he's
still going to play the freeze.
Yeah, and again, it's pretty hard to miss his shot. You can be tight on this one and split the guards off to sit 3 there, but Alberta's still in trouble if he does happen to bury this rock here.
Okay, line's okay. Line's nice, close, very close.
We saw Cole earlier, and he's got a really good feel for draw weight. This is looking a little solid, though.
Spy the guard, though.
Yeah, he's going to come back to the back red. Good shot. Kind of takes that red stone out of play, and now, again, an opportunity for Team Alberta to make it right there. Yep, that's exactly where you want it, and make Team Saskatchewan make that run back.
That would be good. I mean, he's missed his last 2 draws badly, I guess you could say. He hasn't been close on him. He's been 5-6 feet heavy on both those draws. So I would expect Robert here to be a little bit closer on this and actually make this shot.
Back four.
Supers like it. It's a little bit, back four is not bad. They want it above the tee line. They need to get this rock by the guard. Looks pretty good, Randy.
The weight looks really good, actually.
They got to bear down here. Need this in for shot rock. Now they're trying to get it to
It's
curl.
gonna curl and keep going as hard as you can.
Oh, perfect weight.
So he left it about half open, so he's still going to be able to throw a peel at this thing and just, well, you know, see, here's a perfect example. He signaled hack weight on this shot, and there's no reason that you got to throw hack weight on the shot. Just get rid of this thing.
Oh, they changed their mind. They heard
you.
you.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm talking too loud. Yeah. So just get back to that. There's no reason to throw another dimension into the actual curling shot. Get rid of it. You're going to be 2 up at the worst.
Yeah, and really,
fourth end.
hack weight, the best you're doing is rolling to maybe the side of the 4 foot. You're not changing the shot very much.
It doesn't, exactly.
It's just putting a lot more risk in it. We know their Saskatchewan's like, over the years, they like their hitters. So
It's tradition. It's
yeah.
so true.
So
I've played a few of those teams that like to hit.
Clean. Yep. Clean.
Sounds pretty good.
Clean is good.
And the good news for Robert is he gets to throw the exact same shot
Yeah.
and just get that 4 foot in his back pocket.
Get on the board here, boys.
Yeah, so true. Saskatchewan's got a history of a lot of great teams. A lot of great teams going back 30, 40 years ago, but they were noted. They're really noticed for their hitting ability. That they like to play the game blanking ends. You know, they might disagree with me, but I remember playing a couple teams. I think I'm dating myself, the Myers brothers, and there was a couple times we're playing them, and they're going, "How much can you see?" And they go, "Nothing." Well, let's hit it anyway. You know, that's how bad it was.
Touch more.
This is a must-make here for Team Alberta.
He's looking pretty good. They're not cleaning it. They're just kind of just rubbing it lightly. So.
Where are we? What do you think?
I don't think you can hurt this one. It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good.
Good.
And that's a really nice shot from Skip Rob Johnson, and that will be a score of 1 for Team Alberta to close the gap a little bit, and that is 3-1 for Team Saskatchewan over Team Alberta after 3. Welcome back to the Everest Curling Club Championship. We are now about to start our 4th end of play. And it's been a good game, Randy. Just a little bit struggles with draw weight early from both sides, but I feel like they've kind of figured it out now. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. I'd like to think that there's going to be a lot more shots made now, but obviously Saskatchewan being 2 up with Last Rock playing the 4th, and it's a pretty good position to be into. So I'm going to be interested to see how Saskatchewan plays this. If they're going to go for keep it more clean and control the game, or they're going to go for the sort of the knockout punch here. So we're going to find that out here shortly.
A very nice guard here from Team Alberta lead, Nathan Relitz. Right on the Everest logo. For those of you who don't know, Everest Funeral Concierge has been involved in curling. How many years now, Randy, since the seniors?
Well, I think we've sponsored the seniors 8 or 9 years now, and we're going back to we're going to Yarmouth in a week and a half to do the 2022 version of the Everest Canadian Seniors. Looking forward to that. So it's a hectic two and a half, 3 weeks for us at Everest. You know, helping with this event and going down there helping with that event. So. Yeah. But I myself, I just look absolutely forward to it, and the curlers love what we're doing, and you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I just love spending time with them.
I think love what we're doing is an understatement. Every single curler here is so grateful for Everest and what they've done for curling and building these events and making them first-class events. All the little touches are there at and we know Mark Duffy, who is Everest funeral concierge, and he is all about making sure that all the small details are perfect.
Yeah, he's always been like that. He's always, I've known this gentleman for 10 years, and it's always about the little details. It's not the big details that make these events. It's the little details, and you know what? He's taught me quite a bit on how to help out at these events, and I can't say enough about him, how enthused he is about the curling. He just loves curling. He's coming in today, and I know the curlers are going to love meeting him for the next 4 or 5 days, and they're going to have nothing but good things to say about this gentleman.
Great things to say. He's one of my favorite people in the entire world, and I don't know how curling got so lucky to have Mark fall in love with it, but we are pretty lucky to have Mark Duffy and Everest Funeral Concierge involved, and to have them sponsor and be a part of and partner with 2 big events and really grow this Curling Club Championship. It's super grateful for that. It's incredible. Okay, and we saw a little bit of a miss here from Team Alberta, coming up short on a come-around attempt. The good news is that it created staggered guards, Randy, and if they could ever get behind, there's no real run-back attempt. A decent come-around here from Team Saskatchewan. We can see a little bit of a tap-back maybe and try to get behind those, or a freeze. I like that.
They just got to get something in play where it's an actual shot made or a 3/4 of a shot made rather than a 0. So again, this is a very, very important shot right now, because if they don't make this, they're going to be peeling these guards, and that's not what you want to do when you're 2 down without.
No. And the way this ice is moving, you could maybe tap that back to the back of the button, kind of a setup shot, open up a freeze. And unfortunately, it looks like Steve may be a little bit heavy here, but he didn't have the ice for being heavy.
Yeah, this is not looking real good.
No, they're trying to maybe sweep it by to get to the back one, but I think it's got a little bit too much speed. Well, that really came down. Not a bad shot.
Actually, the weight wasn't bad. It just didn't I don't know if he got it wide a little bit or had too much ice there.
What's your favorite part of these events, Randy?
You know what? There's so many. Even meeting the curlers for the first time, coming to these events, how excited they are to play in these events. We have a social room at the end of the night, or every night, and the curlers just love being there, getting to know the curlers personally. Watching them on the ice here. There's not just one thing. It's a whole bunch of things that make this event so special.
The event itself.
Yeah, the event itself, where it's at. The volunteers are excited about it. There's just so much.
A little bit of a miss there from Saskatchewan, Brad Whitchuck. He's been over curling on most of his shots, so it's either got to get it back a little bit more. Maybe it's his stones, take a little bit more ice.
Tap and roll.
So he's calling a hit and roll to the left-hand side. I don't even know if this shot is... This is a tough shot.
I like throwing almost back 8, Randy, and trying to get
inside there.
Yeah, try to get a little bit low and roll over to here.
And
even if you jam, it's not that.
For sure, it's early in the end. Absolutely, Jennifer. This is a tough shot.
This looks like a board weight hit with the ice. That looks a little bit strong.
Yep. Normal.
A little tight.
Might have called our shot. Are they jamming?
Well,
no. Not bad.
Not awful, yeah. Except now it gives the opportunity to Saskatchewan to throw a hack weight, hit and roll here, and then you're going to be in trouble against Alberta's going to be in a lot of bit of trouble here.
Yeah, because of this stone, the intern draw is going to be a lot harder. You're going to have to switch turns and go to the out turn.
Yeah, it's not going to be there at all.
This was one of your favorite shots, wasn't it, when you played the little hack waiter?
Yeah, I kind of like these.
Me too.
I could throw them a little wide and watch them curl or sweep.
You had some pretty good sweepers to help you along there.
Helped that too. Yeah.
What was Marcel? He was your out turn, and Scott was on the intern side? No.
Yeah, let me think about that. Couldn't even see there. Oh, there's Alberta just gets a break on that one.
Big miss.
Yeah, you're right. Marcel was on the out turn side, but we didn't have.
You didn't do it back then,
we
did you?
didn't do the so-called carving or the manipulating of rocks. We just swept. You know, it was
Old school sweeping, which I think is actually sometimes
you know
lost in
what?
today's world.
It worked. I mean, you know, we still
You made
made
a couple
few
of shots, yeah.
so it worked.
You guys were unbelievable, Randy.
Would have we been much better with sweeping like this? You know, I don't know. It's hard
It's
to
hard
say.
to be much
Yeah.
better than you guys were. You were
Yeah.
phenomenal. Huff and puff, as they called Marcel and Scott in the day, right?
Yeah, they were ahead of their time for sure. They were
Yeah.
very good.
You want to go, Nate? Right there. Oh, need it.
They need it. Yeah,
Gotta go
I
on this
agree.
one.
They need it. They want to get this in there. It
it
should
going.
curl. Just want to make sure.
Go deeper than our other one.
Yeah, right there.
Really good to be aware. They didn't want to go deeper because they didn't want to set up a double. There is no double opportunity, so just a hit and roll here from Saskatchewan.
He's playing the same shot that he played. I mean, it's the third first rock. He could potentially, if he wanted to, because if he to run that red guard back and open up, because then it's going to put Alberta in a difficult position what to do with their next rock. So if he misses this rock, misses this shot, they're going to be in trouble here again. And I don't mean to think that way, because you don't want to think that way you're going to miss, but
It's
but
kind of
you're
how
gonna
you
be-
have to think, though.
You do, and his one's a little bit wide again. He's ticking the guard maybe. No, he's
Oh,
by.
got it by, but it's going to hit it a
But,
little
yeah,
bit thin.
you know, he's in a tough spot now.
What do you like now, Randy?
You know, getting back to the last shot, that's why the red one there, if he would have been another 6 inches further, I mean, it's a good shot. I think he's got to throw the same shot. You know, come down.
You
and
come here, and even
Absolutely.
if you could maybe tap this back just a little bit to there,
Absolutely.
that would be
that's
a
what he's
really
playing.
good shot.
Freeze it.
Yeah.
Little tap.
Oh, he heard us. Perfect. They can't hear us. We're
Yeah.
just teasing. But it's always nice when they agree with us, though, isn't it, Randy?
Totally.
Hang on.
The teamwork and the team camaraderie out there, I just love.
Yeah.
Last night we were Team PI. The third through, I kind of got it going a little bit, and the old skipper says, "Did you break how's your wrist?"
Wow.
And they're laughing. So I saw him this morning. He goes, "Don't worry, my wrist is fine." So,
We've all had a few of those.
yeah, but just the the lightness, the jabs at each other. It's all fun. This has to be there.
Right, and it's, you know what? He just threw this shot too. It's kind of a little disappointing. I mean, it's okay, but it doesn't put as much pressure on Saskatchewan as it would have or
Yeah,
should
and I
have.
think there might be a double opportunity available. He's lining
Could
up.
be, yeah.
Cole's lining this up. So that's, yeah, you hit this rock a little bit on the high side, and then this rock will go, that'll go. Your shooter will likely roll over here somewhere. So good news for Team Alberta is they should have that same draw available, Randy,
They should.
even if this is made.
A little bit longer guard though too, but this is a great opportunity to make this very difficult on Saskatchewan.
Sounded a little bit tight, didn't it?
Yeah, they're sweeping hard here to keep it straight.
Trying to get it by the guard. Oh no.
That's the worst thing that could happen is, oh my God, I've always hated those shots. You know,
Feather tick.
when someone's throwing them against you, you love them, but when you do that, it's like, oh my God.
Do you like this shot, Randy, the double tap?
Uh,
The other option would be maybe to come down and
with the intern to the,
just tap that out, lie three. I don't know.
or even go right there.
Yeah,
with the intern
you could
side
try
by
the intern
side.
draw and try there.
Yeah.
I just think this guard right here makes that a little bit. It's going to be tight to that guard because it finishes so hard.
Right.
But I like that. But we've opted to throw this draw tap, which is a great shot. It's just a little bit harder to make to get that perfect line and perfect weight.
Yeah, so do you want to tap this on the outside or the inside of that rock? You know, or right on the nose? I'm not,
You just want to make sure you don't set up a triple. But even if you're a little bit short, but it sounds like they like the way he got it out a bit.
T.
it's got a curl.
T.
Might have to do an audible.
Yeah, go.
Trying to get it by Randy, or no?
Oh, he's by, on that one. Yeah, this is, well. not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. He left him a double to lay two, a skinny double, so not really a good outcome on that.
And that's what Randy and I were talking about. The weight was really good on that shot, a little bit light, if anything. But because you're moving 2 stones, line is so important. It's just a hard shot for an okay result. So you can see they're not taking very much ice here. Whenever you throw up weight.
No, I think the mistake I see in a lot of these shots of these doubles that these, I'm going to say amateurs play without saying that they're amateurs, is
try to stick it right there, ideally.
they normally sweep this too much, and they don't. You got to hit this a lot thinner than you think.
Yeah.
You know, to actually make this shot.
Yeah, you can make it a number of ways, but you definitely want to stay right there. It's really only about a quarter of a rock, Randy.
Or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, what wasn't good? It's close.
No, it looks like it's running. And it just doesn't curl.
Yeah.
Looks like it's right on the nose.
Yeah, I didn't want to jinx him, but maybe I did.
Brent felt he jinxed everybody in the booth. The moment we said somebody was going to make it, I think you want to lie too. Yeah.
Down to it.
I think given the scoreboard, you want to lie too. I don't think so, Randy. What do you think?
This way?
They're talking about hitting this and seeing if you could tap that over to be a second shot, but
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't go that way. It will just go straight sideways.
Again, I think you got a good opportunity to put a lot of pressure on Saskatchewan here. I mean, this might seem like a silly shot, but you might want to hit this one on the back and roll.
Lie 3.
Or even roll out, to lay 3, because it's still going to be a tough shot for Saskatchewan.
I like this. And that's what I was even saying on his first shot. Just put pressure on them. Make them make hard shots.
Yeah. And I think that's what he's electing to do, play a hit on the back one there. Probably get the inside roll on this one.
And on this one, I don't even mind. Like, I didn't even mind draw weight. And if you try to draw top 4 around, and then if you happen to hit the guard or hit the one in the house, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah, he's going to play a little quieter weight. He's
Fortunately,
opening
on
up
this
the ice.
shot, you really do need to get through that hole, Randy. It's a big shot here from
you do.
From Robert Johnson.
Whoa. Weight up. Ski.
Looks pretty.
Ski. Ski.
Trying to make this curl. They got to get it through that hole. It looks like it's trying.
No, I don't think so. That's just.
Oh no. Oh, that's okay. Worked out okay.
Still sitting wanting, but could have been a lot better than that. And and the person that feels worse is Robert himself. It's.
I don't see much other than just a draw for one, Randy.
Just a simple draw here.
Or try and pick it for 2. Well,
got the pick
well,
for
you're
2
like
here.
playing a pick double, right? I guess. Probably only get 1 out of it.
Yikes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what he's thinking. Yeah, he's
right?
I guess if he had to get 2 out of this, the shot is there.
I think it's worth the risk.
I mean, you could play. If you had to, you could play a hack. You could play a hit and get there for your 2. You could.
He's giving it a go.
All the power. I think it's. I mean, he's definitely not playing the scoreboard.
He just threw this
because he's. He makes a draw. He's going to be up 4-1, but he makes this 5-1.
The jam on ours. What?
I think there's no jam on the back one.
Yeah. I don't think he'll jam on the back one. I think he's talking about jamming it over. Oh, sorry about that. Jamming it on this side one to stay for 2.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful that you don't hit that top red stone. Feather ticket in for second shot.
Yeah.
This stone here, you got to make sure you stay away from that guy.
How do you know it's a guy?
I don't know. Sorry. That rock, I should have said. Uh-oh. Sounds a little tight.
Oh, I think he's close.
They like it. Nice shot. Oh, great shot.
But is it going to stop?
Gotta go. Sweep it.
I think he did it.
I think he made it.
He deserved a deuce after that.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, very good.
And that'll be a score of 2 points for Saskatchewan as we head to the break. It will be 1 after 4 ends of play.
Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Yes, yes, yes! Hard!
I learned to curl when I was 13. I remember how excited I was to go to the club. It always felt special. Because of the game, because it was a place where it didn't matter your age or background. In small towns and in big. It's always the same feeling. The feeling that you're at the heart of a community. Because a curling club is a community. Where veterans, Olympians, Paralympians, and youth battle for glory, one weekend at a time. Curling always felt special to me. Because it is special.
In 1,000 curling clubs across this country, curling invites Canadians to connect and inspires communities to grow. Pride, community, growth. Let's grow together.
Curling teaches as much about life as it does about sport. Club, team, house, lead, rock. These are the words of our sport. Words we embody. Powerful words. Words that speak to everything we represent. Respect, togetherness, strength. Curling doesn't discriminate. The ice doesn't judge. It adapts. It accepts. Curling isn't a book to be judged by its cover. On these sheets, everyone is on the same page. It's what's on the inside that counts. We dream big. We play with heart. We focus on these circles and imagine podiums in far-off places. In a game of inches, every move counts. Are you ready to make yours? The support of the curling community makes it possible for thousands of kids across Canada to follow their dreams, on and off the ice. Please give generously.
And welcome back to the Everest Curling Club Championship. I'm Jennifer Jones, joined in the booth with Randy Furby, and we are watching our feature game here. That is lead from Saskatchewan, Chad McKenzie, starting us off here in the fifth end. After Saskatchewan managed to find a way to score 2 last end, Randy. It was not looking like a deuce, and the skipper, Cole Tenentuck, made a great shot on his last one to get that 2 points.
Yeah, that 2 came out of absolutely nowhere. I did not see it coming. You did not see it coming. I think he might have been the only player on the ice that saw the deuce. And he called it, made it, and all the credit, and take a deuce. And now he's got a 4-point commanding lead playing into the fifth end.
Yeah, I think Chad's laughing out there because we were talking before the game. I'm like, remember, it's faster after the sweep, and he just threw
That's
it
true.
through. He just threw it through, so he'll be. Yeah, and he goes, "Don't worry, I won't forget." And yeah, threw it through.
It's hard to explain why it's faster, but it is. It's crazy. You
And
know,
it's quite a bit faster, like 6 to 8 feet faster usually, and we've
doesn't
seen it.
make a whole bunch of sense why though.
No, it
You know, I
doesn't.
mean, people have tried to explain it to me for 30 years. Like, well, I don't know. You know, but it is.
And I've never played lead, so I've never really had to believe it. And we're seeing here, oh no, our guard's going into
Exactly.
broken.
As a skip, you can't understand it at all. It's just like, come on, guys. You know, but
Broken record.
yeah.
But there we go. So with those 2 rocks going through and coming in, it's good. A little bit simple to start this end, but we're going to see probably another guard out of the Alberta men. Uh-oh. No, we got an open takeout or open miss. So now we're going to guard that rock, I would think.
Guard. Just looking at some of the scores out here. Some of the scores are just
Do you want to do an update,
crazy.
Randy?
Yeah. We got Yukon Territories losing 3-1 to New Brunswick. New Brunswick's definitely in the running. They've only got 1 loss. And Ontario just beaten North the Territories. They scored a 7-ender in the 4th end. And they're
Oh,
up
I missed
12-2.
it.
I did too.
They got 5 and 7.
5 and a 7. So obviously they got something working there. And obviously our game is 5-1 Saskatchewan. None of it is playing PEI right now, and the score there is none of it is down. Sorry, the player's just in the way right now.
8-2, I think. Does that say?
8-2, something, yeah.
PI's got 2 4s, and none of it's got 2 1s.
And Manitoba, kind of, I'm not gonna say they're surprised. They're thumping Nova Scotia here. They're up 6-0. They haven't lost a game all week here, so this will put them at 4-0 and pretty much in the championship round for sure.
We've seen them play, Randy. They're a good young team. Like, they are solid from lead to skip. Great team chemistry. Make a lot of big shots. Great draw weight. Their 3rd is playing unbelievable.
They all must be making some pretty good shots.
And they got a good fan section, so that helps.
Absolutely, that helps. Manitoba.
Yeah.
Back to our game here. They're just perfect guard was thrown, and now Saskatchewan's coming to play a corner freeze to it, I believe, or.
Let it work.
Not a bad result, just a little bit heavy. And you can see now if Alberta was to be able to make this nice freeze in here, it's getting a little scary for Saskatchewan.
Well, Alberta's got to score, more than 1 point. There's 4 ends left, and normally we always say there's lots of time, but most of the time for the curlers, it runs out pretty quick. So it's, they probably would love to score 2 here at least.
Yeah, if it's not heavy, it should curl.
Yep. Wow.
But it's going to go farther than they think is what our trend has been. They're liking the weight. It's really curling now. Are they by the red one, Randy?
I think it's good. It's got really good line. It's good weight and everything.
Oh, boy. What a shot.
Perfect shot. Perfect curling shot.
Oh, and Saskatchewan's opting to keep on the offense. The other option would be to try to run that guard back, Randy.
Yeah, I think I would do that. You got a 4-point lead here. There's 2 rocks in pretty good position already for Alberta, and I would definitely try to open that up. And you might have a double on your next one, or this is kind of a gutsy call right now.
A little bit. I agree with you. I like and this is Brad's out-turn draw. He's over-curled on these, but I saw Cole really opened up the ice for this shot. And it looks pretty good.
Looks real good.
Just needs to curl a bit.
No, that's a world-class shot right there,
Really nice. I think there might be a space to get
Just free it up
low.
a bit.
Well, I'm just thinking if he can throw a little bit of weight on this maybe and movement,
I think you got to move this.
Yeah, I think a freeze doesn't help a whole bunch here. I
So-
think he's got to move that back yellow one
They've
out of
called
there.
the freeze.
Yeah.
You want to make sure. Oops, oh boy.
It's nice.
Ideally, you try to get this rock just back a little bit to free up those stones.
Yeah. I know it's still only the seconds last rock, but I'd be electing to move it a little bit.
Well, it sounds like Steve was listening to us because he's thrown. They feel like it's back 4.
Coming now.
If they can get some space here, you want to move this.
Good line again here, but
Looks a little bit. It just looks like a freeze.
I'm not sure how they. See the problem with that. I'm not sure how they plan to get that yellow one out of there.
Now it's going to take a couple of shots
Well,
to get that Yellowstone out of play.
You could throw a guard on this one now, or you could come in there again. I'm not sure what I would do. I don't think I'd do that.
No, that redstone is helping you.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that one.
No, I'd almost play a guard, Randy.
I think so too. Yeah.
Huh?
And I don't think you want this guard that tight.
No, because they're probably going to have to run this in.
Right.
They're talking. They're saying it's faster, which I like. Make sure you relay the information. It's okay to miss once, but just try not to do the same thing over and over again.
Okay, got room. Line's good. Right here. Okay, line's nice. Line's nice.
Might be a little heavier than they want, but the line's good. Yeah, you don't want to come in.
Yeah.
It's actually not so bad.
It actually turned out pretty good. Yeah, it did. See, now again, I think Alberta's got to throw a hit on this rock. Right on the nose or inside of the nose.
Yeah.
And
Even board weight, move things around. I like a little bit more weight, but
I think all yellows might disappear. There's a chance that they all go away here. No?
I agree. Sorry, yeah. I thought they were going to chat there.
Okay.
Didn't want to talk
Yeah,
over them.
He's calling for up weight.
I like that. The only stone which may stay in play would be the one in the middle.
Right.
But it should scooch to the open.
Yeah, it will.
Scooch. Do you like scooch?
Scooch. I don't mind scooch.
Roll to the open.
Sounds like something.
Don't go there.
He's got to get to the nose on this
Oh,
thing.
no. Get over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just couldn't hit that high.
Didn't quite work out, but did it.
It's not bad. Not what you were looking for sure. If you got to the nose, you probably get more of those yellows out of play for sure.
Yeah, right on the nose, inside nose here. Saskatchewan's going to be lane 4.
Okay. Yeah. You bet.
Saskatchewan's come to play today, though.
They are
need
playing
it's a
well.
must-win for them.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they're 1-2, but they could easily be 2-1 or 3-0 coming into this. So I think they're going to be a team that's going to be around at the end of the week. Just see how they match up against other teams in the crossover games, but they will be around. Oh, wide on this one.
We're hitting the hole.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Give him
Oh.
a chance here.
Oh, boy, Randy. And what do you like now, Randy?
Get it.
Now, I was looking.
That's what I like. Yeah.
Even though they missed, it's still puts Alberta in a tough spot here.
Yeah,
actually.
but Alberta has those kickers. There's 3 rocks in the rings,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It's getting late in the end here, and it's how they get rid of the one on the top 4 foot is the question.
Right now, I like this call, hit and roll over here. The problem with hitting this stone first, Randy, is that it likely will jam over there. So you want to make sure you hit this stone first. Is what they're saying?
Actually, there's a call that I would do here, and it just came to me. I would freeze one right on the top here.
Yeah. If you can make a perfect freeze.
Yeah, perfect freeze is going nowhere.
Yeah, and then you can get rid of 2 yellows with 1 shot.
Normal up.
Showing a lot of weight in this one.
Uh-oh. Is it?
I'm not sure.
It's got the other one
got
first.
the whole
Oh, no.
Yeah, see, it just made it easier now for Saskatchewan.
Lyle's a little bit disappointed on that shot. So now just an open hit and
Try and
stay
roll this way.
from
Yeah.
Team Saskatchewan. They want to stay in the rings.
If we roll this way, it gives them something to freeze to.
Really well thought out. Oh, some of our fans.
Yes, I like it.
Oh, they're on the TV. Look at yourself.
Yeah, the people watching online, they've got a 20 or 30-foot screen behind us on the second floor, and they're transmitting the games to all the fans throughout the whole mall here. So it's
It's quite
you don't see
something.
it. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This looks like it's curling. They're trying to roll into the open. And it looks like just kind of a nose hit. Is there a triple there, Randy? No.
Well, you know what? There's a double there to lay 2, 3, and 4. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
He could play this double here. Could play the other double also.
I kind of like this double.
The top double is.
And then try to roll over here. Which one are you looking at?
Well, you know, I looked at this one here. I don't got a telestrator.
Yeah.
But as
So
you
this
do.
guy here.
But I'm not. You know, this is where some thought has to go into it a little bit here, because he hits his first one here and is going to make an easier shot for Saskatchewan. You know, I'm not sure what Saskatchewan does if you make that, or do they just draw in there after the fact, or.
Yeah.
I think they both got their pros and cons.
I agree.
But you got to make it though. You got to make one of these shots.
Yeah.
So this looks like kind of a hack weight. They're all hack weight double. He's playing maybe.
Yeah, I think you
Board
want to
weight.
make a double. Oh, looks
No,
like
he's playing
throwing
his.
He's throwing your
No,
double.
he's throwing my
Good
double.
normal. Heel.
Yeah. He's from Alberta. He's on your page.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah,
close?
it's got a curl.
Oh, they
Yeah, that's a
overswept
curl.
it. Oh, it's too bad. So now an opportunity for Saskatchewan to lie 3. And again, put some pressure on Rob Johnson. He's been having to throw against multiple rocks almost every end.
Yeah.
Just anything
Against
over here,
Saskatchewan,
you
it
twist
almost
that
doesn't matter where they put this, as long as they don't put it in a position for a triple. I think that would almost gives him a, you know, if it hangs out a little
Like,
bit, it does give
even
him a
if we
triple.
kinda,
So
like, freeze,
got to be a little
it's pretty
careful
good.
on this one. Freeze, throw a guard, throw one in the open end here. You know, because if he comes to the top 12 here and it doesn't curl enough, there's going to be a triple there.
Yes, there is. You might even want to just throw this out of the rings.
Just kinda
Yeah,
like top
yeah.
8 in front of it.
Yeah, I don't know why you need to come in the rings if you're
Unless you just
going
want-
over,
yeah,
if you're
unless-
going on this side. Yeah.
Yeah,
The other option would be, oops, wrong color here. The other option would just be to go over here.
Sure.
Potentially set
Yeah.
up a triple.
and then really make his hit or his draw a lot more difficult.
Even
Yeah.
if it's like short out of the rings, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so they're on our page. As long as it's more of a line shot than a weight shot.
Okay, like 15. Okay.
So it's even faster than 15, Randy. They're saying, like, that's incredible.
That's crazy.
We are getting a little bit of sunshine. Maybe it's warming up the ice a little bit, which usually makes it a little bit
Yeah,
faster.
I'm just looking at sheet A there. The sun is shining right in the hack, and it's pretty hard for the guy to see. It's like a baseball pitcher or a catcher catching
Greg
the ball.
Balls
You
is
can't
out there
see-
in his
yeah.
sunglasses.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable on sheet A there, how much sun is shining on there. See, this shot here is, he's okay. I think he's going to.
Good, 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 good.
Yeah, he's fine as long as it stops. Oh boy, they got to keep sweeping that. Oh boy, Randy, I think that's 5th shot.
He gave him a halfway double for 3.
Yeah,
Definitely us.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think you got to take it on, Randy.
Well, yeah, you're 4
With
down.
the
You got-
scoreboard?
like one doesn't help you a whole bunch. You got to give it a go.
It doesn't hit.
There's not much risk in it at all, really.
It shouldn't. He's worried about it hitting the back one. It shouldn't
Yeah,
come.
it's just been across the top.
I don't
Like you gotta hit it
think
really
well,
thin
it
to
could.
jab
You know,
it
it hit
Yeah.
it skinny, but I don't think you got to worry about that.
No.
Yep.
Board weight. Oh, he's throwing it harder, it looks like.
Well, the rings is so lively. You throw any kind of weight, it's going to roll out if he makes his shot, possibly. So, you know, that's what he's a little bit worried about.
It's us on the side.
Okay.
It's us on the side. Half our.
Oh, there's Greg in his sunglasses.
You gotta stick this one. It's like a control weight double.
It's not. It's sunny. It's not that sunny. But
No, just yeah, it's not that sunny. It's not beach weather by no means out here,
No.
but it's still pretty cool.
Okay. I'd love to see Rob make this shot.
Throwing that, yeah. I think he's throwing a fair bit
Really
of weight on
hard.
this.
I don't think he's going to stick around with that weight.
It'd be hard to make the double and
stay.
Yeah.
Looks like he's just trying to get his deuce.
But yeah, two's okay too.
Nate.
Yeah, it looked like he got that back a little bit.
This is not real good. I think he's missed it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just a tough day at the office. So that will be a steal of 2 for Team Saskatchewan in the 5th end to take a 7-1 lead. And welcome back to the Everest Curling Club Championship. I'm Jennifer Jones in the booth here with Randy Furby. Oh, Randy, I wanted Rob to make that shot. Just got it out a little bit wide, and we ended up with a steal of 2 last end to give Saskatchewan a commanding lead of this game.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't had his best game, and he'll probably be the first to admit it. He's missed a few draws early in the game. He's missed this shot here, but, you know, they're pressing a little bit, and Saskatchewan's putting a reasonable amount of pressure on them, and that's what happens in curling.
More pressure.
More pressure.
You're going to get misses.
Eventually you're going to get a miss. And Rob has got that happen to him today, and it happens to all curlers, you know. But the good thing is he's 3-0. He's going to be 3-1 after this game here. And he's still in control of his own destiny. Like, he's just making that crossover. It's a double knockout after
so your records
so it doesn't matter.
Records disappear?
Records disappear, and it's a straight double knockout.
I guess it just depends on your ranking. That's all your record will do.
You're going to play, yeah. So,
yeah. You know, just got to get in. Sometimes, remember, you say you just got to get in, and then you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I feel so bad for Nathan. He did that last end as well, and it's just a little bit faster.
Yeah, it was a little solid.
So this will make it easy for Saskatchewan to sort of clean up this end here too. Now they can hit that rock and shouldn't be in too much trouble after this.
Good.
I was a little bit surprised they didn't just opt to roll out on that stone, but really good result. I almost like throwing the corner on that side, Randy, make it hard to peel.
Yeah, I agree.
Almost in the middle of those 2 yellow stones. And that yellow stone at the top of the 12-foot almost acts as another guard.
Oh, for sure. There's enough room to draw around that, for sure. You know, but again, they're going to need Saskatchewan to miss a couple shots here to get back in the game. I mean, 1.2 points not going to do it here, so they're going to need a little bit more than that. And I'm not sure when their next game is. They got to start thinking about their next game. And I don't want to say they've lost this game already, but yeah, they pretty much lost this game already.
And at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to leave this game feeling confident, make some good draws, make some good shots, and feel good heading into your next game.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit of an update. We'll just go around the rings again here, and we've got New Brunswick with a 3-2 lead with Hammer, and that is over the Yukon. And we still have PI with a commanding lead. They took another 4, Randy? I can't see that. Oh, no, 2. So it's 10-2 with PI over Team Nunavut. And obviously commanding lead for Ontario after taking that 7-ender. It's now 12-3 for Ontario over Nunavut. Or, sorry, over the Territories. And on our last sheet, Randy, I can't see the score. Can you see it?
6-1 there at Manitoba over Nova Scotia. So most of these games are starting to get a little runaway. There's only one close game between the Yukon and New Brunswick.
Either one.
And New Brunswick's in control of that 3-2 with Last Rock.
So we'll see a come around attempt here. I think. Did I miss? Are they trying to tap back?
Or tap back and put one right in the middle of those, I think.
They're asking for a wick, so it's a little bit heavy. I think it was a come around attempt. So plan B,
I don't know if it's going to curl that much there.
maybe tap it and try to roll frozen. Weight was actually pretty good, Randy.
It was good. Yeah.
Try to get to nose would be pretty good.
And if they could ever get to nose, it takes away access to that corner guard.
It
It also
does.
creates a pretty big wall of yellows.
Yeah, if you get the nose, you're really in control here. But at the end of the day, you're up 7-1. You just want to see the red ones go away. You know, even not a bad call here is peeling the long guard there. I don't know what Alberta does then after this. So, well, except it's the thirds last, so
Curl, baby. Curl. Curl.
I think it's good here.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Really nice shot. Now you're probably going to have to play some kind of hit and roll.
Off the middle one there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There, like that. The degree of difficulty on Alberta shots has just gone up and
It's
up
gone
and
up
up
every
and up.
end
Yeah.
since the first or second end, absolutely.
But what a well-played game from Team Saskatchewan. Not taking nothing away from Team Saskatchewan for sure. They've played very, very well. Oh, it's CRT. Oh, there's our Team Saskatchewan fans. They've been pretty loyal. They're upstairs watching.
Yeah, when's the last time you could sit at a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks and watch a curling game?
I tried to go
Live.
to both of them between games, and I can't even get in because there's just so many fans.
I know.
You get the guard, that's fine.
Well, he made a pretty good shot here.
Really good shot.
He can play the in-turn or the out-turn straight back, and he's electing to play the in-turn, which looks a little
Looks
bit
harder to
harder
me.
for me.
Quite a bit harder, actually.
Yeah. Oh, well, what do we know?
Yeah.
Good shot.
Made it easy.
Yeah, made it pretty easy.
So now there's two theories of thought here. I think you could still play that come around, those two stones around the corner. These two stones right here, try to make a come around. Or you freeze in the pocket right where he tapped, right in there. I like that.
Yeah, nothing looks really, really good when you're
No,
6
you're
points
kind of in
down,
trouble.
so, yeah.
I believe they're supposed to play. I thought it was 6, but the players told me I think they have to play 7 ends in this event. Yeah, unless they get
the curl, Nathan.
The okay?
unless they get the thumbs up. Yeah. But again, I know when sometimes games just don't go your way. Oh, it just feels like everything that can go wrong is going wrong for Team Alberta at the moment. But you just want to make sure that you leave the sheet of ice feeling like you got something out of it, whether it's draw weight speed or fun, something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they need some positive reinforcement to go into their next game, absolutely. And but I'm sure they'll rebound. You know, I'm not sure who they get up next and who they play next or when they play next, but I'm sure they're going to come out stronger than they did today for sure.
Do you like this peel, Randy?
Not particularly. I think it's so much can go wrong on this, and it opens it up
agree.
again. And
But makes you
but
made it
worked,
perfect.
but I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's just you were in a pretty good spot. You
Yeah,
can almost turn to offense and just
yeah.
put the game away. Same freeze attempt here from third for Team Alberta, Lyle Kent. I talked to all the players before the game, Randy, and they're all so kind and nice and just excited. It's just such a joy. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Small bump.
I have had a couple questions. We are doing 2 women's draws. Our next 2 games will be the women are on our feature sheets. So for those asking, it's just the way the draw fell, but we do have a couple women's games coming up. That's a pretty good shot. I don't know how you get that out.
You're not getting rid of that one.
No.
So
now it's just about Do you guard?
Do you guard,
Or
or you play a tap on it, or
try
try
to-
open up for next one? There's only 2 rocks left to go, or 2 Saskatchewan stones left to go, so
make the dot was on this, right?
probably a guard's not a real bad call, I don't think.
Try to kill it with probably jamming. It's not bad. I think so.
We've been having fun
Yeah.
with Brad. He wants us to draw it on the scoreboard
So-
so he can see. And so they're going to throw, they've elected to throw the guard up here, I think, which is actually what Randy and I like. I like that shot. It's so late in the end. It's 2 shots to remove
Yeah.
that red stone. Why help them along? Make them make a good one to get their 2 points.
He runs it.
I don't think you'll see him run this. I think you'll probably see him throwing the in off, Randy.
Anything
He might run
Possibly,
it.
yeah.
we want to be right dead center on that red
I
one.
mean, it all depends where it is. You know, if he leaves it open a little bit, he might give a hack weight, hit and roll off his own or something like that. But this guard's got to be in the right spot.
Right here, guys. Okay, let it work. Let it work a bit. Let it work a bit.
So we covered Saskatchewan yesterday, and
Where are we?
and it's funny because they said they were 2-0, and I assumed they had 2 wins because they were good. No, that's why I thought they were undefeated because they went
Right.
1. This is a big game. So this is coming in a little bit deeper than they wanted, but it's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, that works fine.
So some options, Randy. What do you see here? You can come off
Wow.
this stone here into the pocket.
We got to beat this one probably.
I mean, he's got to try to score. I mean, scoring 1 is getting harder and harder also. So,
What they're looking at is coming off this stone, making this double,
coming in there,
and then
but
clipping this red back maybe on there.
But then it changes. Nothing throws a guard again on his next one. You're in the same situation. So,
Like if you came off this stone, you could also go on your red. You might have 2 reds in the house against second and third.
Yeah, you got to see.
can you throw a freeze on the middle one there? Does that help? I don't know.
Okay.
This looks hard, Randy. It looks like he's throwing a hack weight shot down through here, trying to tap this rock back, and then rolling a shoot over here. Pretty good result. I don't know, but it's very, very, very hard.
And even then, it's
a pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, he's in a tough situation right now as it is anyway. So
I think I'd be playing something off this stone myself, but
give that a go. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. Or do you want me to say you are right?
I am. Yeah, let's say it with definitive.
Yeah.
They're just not in a great spot, so anything he throws is going to be hard. Rob's had some pretty challenging shots today.
Good hack.
Looks a little bit solid.
Close. The line's close. I think it's got to curl a little bit, and
Trying to make it curl.
it's not going to curl enough.
See, and he made a decent shot, Randy. And
Yeah,
it's
still not.
It's just very hard. Really good weight.
Stop.
That was tough.
It seems like most of his shots today haven't curled as much as they should have. I think he's missed on the wide side on a lot of shots today.
Yeah, he has actually. A little bit maybe wide and heavy. Like his draws were a bit heavy, and maybe just a little bit faster today.
Okay, he's electing to come in here. It's got again. You know what? It's got to be pretty good placement. You can still leave a double for 2. If he doesn't throw this shot, it's hard to get 2.
T-line back 4, yeah.
Got the run back after, but
Yeah.
I don't see a whole lot for 2, Randy. You'd almost have to try to play a backline hit on that shot stone on the yellow.
And to keep
And then
keep
try
the
to
shooter
keep your
around,
shooter. It's like,
pretty
yeah.
difficult.
We have a couple of finals. Manitoba is the winner over Nova Scotia.
Easy for now. Easy for
And
now.
PI is a winner over Team Nunavut. And Ontario is a winner over Team over the Territories. So only 2 games remaining, our feature game, as well as New Brunswick over the team from Yukon.
Enough to know over there.
Oh, no. It worked out okay. I thought maybe might leave a double, but
he's got to play the hack weight and try to stick it around. I don't think
So
there is
what we're
another
saying is you throw a
shot.
hack weight on this
Or just
rock
back
here, try to tap it back just enough so that
Yeah.
your shooter will also stick around over here, but that's very hard.
Bite the
Yeah,
eat.
I think just figure one. Me.
I don't see anything else, Randy.
That's pretty much all he has.
Yeah, I think
I think just
even to
figure one.
score, the only other thing would be to,
Okay.
oh, he's just going to take his 1 point. Yeah.
Well, just a sec here. If he hits this right in the middle there, will the shooter go through the hole and go in
I
for
looked
two?
at that. I think they're too close, Randy, but it's hard to tell.
If he hits them right at the same time.
Might squirt it
Yeah,
with a lot
it's
of
hard
weight.
to.
Yeah.
But then you
Very
also
good.
need the,
The red in the house to
yeah.
get rid of the yellow one. Well, let's see what happens there. Maybe he'll make this and
I think he's just playing it for one.
Oh, 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 oh,
Say something.
oh,
Say something.
it's got a curl. There we go. Oh no,
Oh
the bad
no,
lucky
you've
shot,
got to be
though.
kidding. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
it's one of those days. And that'll be another steal
Yeah.
for Team Saskatchewan to take a commanding 8-1 lead. Very bad, very unfortunate luck there from Team Alberta on that shot, but some days it just goes that way.
Yeah, even Team Alberta is chuckling about that one. No
Yeah.
one's seen that one coming
I think
at
they're
all.
trying to figure out if they can shake hands or
Yeah.
not.
Trying to get the official word here.
Yeah, and there we go. And that the skippers have just shaken hands, and that they conceded. So that will be a win for Team Saskatchewan, a must-win to bring them to 2-2. And Alberta's still in great control of their own destiny with a 3-1 record even after that loss. And we will be back for our next draw at 4 o'clock local time. We look forward to seeing you then. No, 4 o'clock. Sorry.